It's time for an anime hot take. When it comes to anime, animation is not the most important thing. Are you done? Great. Now let me explain. I'm not going to sit here and break down the process of animation because I don't know all the ins and outs, but I am a filmmaker, so I do understand the act of visual storytelling. You know, telling a story through characters' actions and facial expressions rather than dialogue. I use this in my own films all the time. Did I mention I was a filmmaker? Yes, we fucking heard you. As long as they know. As long as they know. Enter the rabbit hole of hot takes that is my mind. Let's start with an example. Gurren Lagann is one of the most visually stunning anime you'll see, period. And it is raved as one of the best mecha shows of the genre. And rightfully so. You literally get to watch giant robots drill through their enemies and chuck galaxies at one another. I say Gurren Lagann has rightfully earned its spot in the Anime Hall of Fame. Example 2, God of High School. If there was an anime to revolutionize hand-to-hand fights in anime, then this would be it. Animators will be studying these fight scenes for years to come, and weebs like me want to get back into martial arts just by watching the clips. But God of High School, and I do mean this, is trash. Never watch that garbage. It's a better read anyway. By now, you're starting to get my point. Both anime are visually stunning, however, one is raved by the community and the other is put down by it. Why? Because replay the first clip of the video. When it comes to anime, animation is not the most important thing. Animation is important. The medium is called anime after all, but a lot more goes into making an anime than animation. You have sound design, music, voice acting, and the one thing I think is the most important, the writing. Hence the title of this video. Hold on to your body pillows, because this is where it gets crazy. I'm making this video because I'm seeing the anime community confuse good animation with good writing. A lot of the best moments in anime of the last couple of years are filled to the brim with sakuga. If you don't know what sakuga is, pause the video and read the definition. And rightfully so. Of course, the best moments in anime will be well animated. But when they're not, when the writing is still good, but the animation falls short, suddenly the community is ready to throw the whole show in the trash. I've seen this recently with My Hero Season 6, where people are online saying the show is now bad because Deku punching Shigaraki wasn't animated as well as they would like. Fuck the impact this scene had on the overall story. Fuck the emotions from the voice actors. Fuck the development of the characters. Mitaka Nakamura wasn't on the show for the last 4 episodes, so now the whole show is apparently bad. I'm not saying we can't critique bad animation, but to say a whole show is now in the mud, or just bad, solely based off the fact that it's not animated as well as the previous seasons, seems to be doing a little too much for me. Alright, let's take a step out of the rabbit hole and cool off a bit. What are you doing?
Oh no, they're still screaming at me. Yeah, you might want to get back in there and keep explaining yourself.
Okay, going back in. Story over animation any day. For some reason, especially in action shows, people will discard any story flaws for the cleanest animation. Normally, I would point my YouTube finger, this one, at Battle Shonen fans, but I'm starting to see this take community-wide. Even Slice of Life fans are starting to care more about animation than a quality story.
Oh, so now we're just like those toxic action fans now, huh? I thought you were one of us.
Well, I am. I'm just telling you what I see.
Well, I see it, bitch. You might want to hurry. They're starting to get violent.
The reason I say story over animation is because the biggest anime moments that are well animated are backed by the emotion of the story. It is the writing that gives these moments their glory. Sure, the animation is splendid and important, but the animation means nothing without the writing to be its base. Rock Lee vs. Gaara is great not just because it's well animated, but because of the story being told before, during, and after the fight. Bocchi rocking out is inspiring not because it looks pretty, but because we know what it means to our characters that are putting themselves out there. And it looks pretty. And it's not even the well animated parts of the show that the writing helps out. In fact, sometimes a piece of animation is included to emphasize the writing, like certain character movements. Anime 2022 is still very fresh in my mind, so I'll be using recent shows as an example. Take Licorice Recoil, my anime of the year for 2022. Chisato, best girl, is the very playful and vibrant character, and if you pay attention to the way she's animated, she's always making big movements, throwing her arms up in the air, posing, and even pouting like a child at times. While Takina, her partner, is more reserved. All her movements are stiff and uniform like a trained soldier. If you were to put this show on silent and watch an episode, you could tell what type of people they are just by looking at their movements. This is impressive animation, but this animation is only made possible by the writing of the show. Chisato and Takina are written as outgoing and uptight respectively, giving the animators the know-how and creative liberties to create movements that represent those character traits. Same with shows like Chainsaw Man. You literally see Denji's pharaoh-like nature in his movements in episode 1, showing us, the audience, that he doesn't really have this under control yet. Animation brings it to life, but writing is the foundation. Story over animation. Archer vs. Shiro, the finale of 86, the ending of Cyberpunk Edgerunners, Horimiya, Little Witch Academia, Vivi, Vinland Saga, Mangi, Run with the Wind, Eden of the East, The Rolling Girls, and even the early seasons of My Hero that people are comparing this season to. All had great animation, but these shows didn't stick the landing because they looked pretty. They stuck the landing because the stories they told struck a chord with their audiences. Now, you can value whatever you want in an anime. I'm just explaining why I don't agree. To value the animation over the actual story is, in my opinion, the biggest insult to the anime itself. I criticize shows like Demon Slayer for having an okay story with great animation. To me, Demon Slayer is just okay, and I think people overhype it because it looks really good.
You're really fueling the flames here. Nostalgia Girl stuff!
I don't think it's bad. I think it's okay. Calm down. I think Demon Slayer does a lot of things great outside of its animation, but I don't think writing is one of them. And at the end of the day, that's just my opinion. But when I say this online, I'm met with, "I don't watch Battle Shonen for the story," comments, and apparently I'm a dumbass because I don't like Demon Slayer as much as everyone else. And comments like these are even more insulting to Demon Slayer than anything I said, because it implies that you think the show has bad writing, you just don't care because you're only here for a good fight scene. And I doubt that was the author's goal when writing the story. It's one thing for me to say I don't like Demon Slayer's writing, but I enjoy everything else. It's another thing for a die-hard Demon Slayer fan to use the other qualities of the show as an excuse for its bad writing. So I guess, in reality, I'm defending Demon Slayer? This is off for me. And Demon Slayer isn't the only show that gets this treatment. One Piece, Naruto, Chainsaw Man, Bleach, My Hero, and even Dragon Ball. These shows have their flaws, but they are more than their fight scenes. In fact, it's the quiet moments, the moments where the plot twist happens, the moments when a character finally breaks down and cries, that I see resonate with these fandoms way more than a well-animated fight scene ever did. Bocchi is more than cute girls playing instruments, Fruits Basket is more than pretty shots of nature, Chainsaw Man is more than just looking cinematic, and Beastars is more than CG done right. Hell, shows like Odd Taxi and Gintama have some of the most mid-animation you will ever see, and I can tell you right now, the writing is so good for both of them that you won't care. My point for this video is to basically rant, yes, but everything I say can be summed up into one quote. Anime is more than animation. Did I put out the fire?
Oh, I don't know. I was just guessing at what parts of the video they would be mad at. So let's open up the floor for discussion. What do you guys think?
Hey guys, decided to rant for this one because I haven't done that in a while, so why not? So you guys let me know if this is a hot take in the comments below. Thank you so much to Crystal and Maury XXXLCVI for supporting us this month on Patreon. And if you want your name shouted out, then head over to patreon.com/ontherriseanime to claim your prize with way more exclusive benefits than you can name. not really, but there are really cool exclusive benefits over there. So go check it out on Patreon. Also, go follow us on Twitch. We stream weekly. We're always up there. So yeah, go hit up the Twitch and hit up that Discord link to chat with us directly. And of course, there's always Twitter. Tag us on Twitter if you don't agree with this video and want to complain about it, or if you do agree with this video and want to complain about it with me. That'd be nice. Probably not. Either way, whatever your stance on this video was, thank you so much for watching. Hit that sub and bell button for more. And as always, my friends, I'm RJ Lane, and this has been On the Rise.